Hello everyone, myself Pancham Singh, Assistant Professor in IT Department AKGEC Ghaziabad. I am going to discuss today on the topic of cryptography and network security, that is introduction of cryptography. So before I am going to discuss about the cryptography, why cryptography is important subject in computer and IT department and why it is important. So before I am going to discuss about the importance of cryptography, or you can say importance of this subject. So why it is important? So nowadays you are seeing that there are different security attacks are occur nowadays in different areas, like in banking system, like in banking system, or in other hospital areas. So how you will save the security attacks? By different malicious or different third party attack. So before I am going to discuss about this subject, so first I am going to discuss about the cryptography. So what is the cryptography? Cryptography basically it is the art of keeping information secure by transferring it into one form to another form. So when you are going to discuss about the cryptography, so cryptography is a term where you will change the data or information in another form that is not readable, that is not readable by the end user. So when you are going to transfer the information from one place to another place, one system to another system, so by using the secret key, with the help of the secret key, you will convert your information into another form, that is called the ciphertext. So here the data is in the form of the plain text, and I am going to transfer the plain text into the ciphertext by using the secret key. So secret key is given, maybe it will be 3-bit, 4-bit, 3 character, 4 character as per the convenience, and by using the secret key you will convert the information into the ciphertext. The question is that how you will get again the same data. So you will get the same data by using the same secret key by the end user. That will use the technique that is called the decryption. By using decryption techniques by the same key, then she will get the plain text. So here is the intermediate part is the ciphertext, and first part is the plain text. So by plain text to ciphertext and ciphertext to plain text, by using the same key, a sender and receiver both known about the key. That key is earlier defined. So this is the technique of the cryptography. So cryptography is a secure technique through which we can secure your data by sending one system to another system, and both sender and receiver are know about the secret key. So now I am going to discuss more about the cryptography definition. So in the cryptography definition, I have already discussed about the plain text, ciphertext, and plain text. So by using the key, you are getting the ciphertext, and by using the same key by the receiver, you are getting the plain text. So what are the major points which are used in the definition of the cryptography? So major important points are message in the form of the plain text and ciphertext. Now what is the ingredient? The ingredient means which type of algorithms, which type of key you will use. That is the second important point. And third one is the players. Players may be in the two types. One is the cryptographer who is inventing the algorithms, and second one is the cryptanalyst that break the algorithms. So there are three important characteristics which are generally used in the cryptography. So one is the message, second is the ingredient, and third one is the player. So in detail discuss about the cryptography. So cryptography is a part of the algorithms. If you are going to use the algorithm on the data, then you are going to change the data in different forms. So you are using the algorithms, you are using the secret key, that is in the form of the keys. So these are the two techniques. Two important points are basically we are using in cryptography for converting your information in one form to another form. So by using the algorithms, maybe different algorithms which are generally used in the cryptography, maybe RSA algorithm, maybe Diffie-Hellman algorithms. So there are many more algorithms which are used for security purpose in cryptography. So now I am going to discuss about what are the major objective in cryptography. So there are few important points we are going to discuss. The first important point is to define the three security goals. So there are mainly three security goals are there: confidentiality, integrity and availability. These are the three security goals generally we will discuss in the cryptography. Now what is the next important point? To define security attacks. So which type of security attacks which will be occur generally on system and how you will secure from that attack. Next important point is to define security services. Which type of security services you will use to prevent your system. Which type of security services are there. So next important point is to define security mechanism. So which type of security mechanism, security techniques you will use to provide security services. And last one is to introduce two techniques, that is cryptography and steganography. So there are two techniques which we will discuss about in this paper, in this lecture. So what are the security goals basically? So security goals means this section defines three security goals. Security goals means what are our goal to secure your data, secure your system from different malicious or different third party attack which generally occur on your system. So three important security goals are: first one is the confidentiality. Confidentiality words is very popular. It means that your confidential information which any other want to access, they cannot access. So how you will secure your information? By using the third person, by using third person and other malicious. And what about the integrity? So what is the integrity basically? Integrity means how you will save your information, or you can say how you will changing the information time to time and you are securing your system. What about the security? Security means securing your data, securing your information from third party or other malicious. So these are the three important points that you can say this is security goals, our goals to secure your data, secure your confidentiality by the other person, by the other threads through which they cannot access and they cannot change the data, and you are sending the same data and other person they are accessing the same data at the same time. So this is the diagram where I am going to discuss about the confidentiality. Next one is the integrity and last one is the availability. So these are the security goals basically which are very important in cryptography. And why these are important? Because cryptography is what start from the crypt plus graphy, where you are going to securing your information which are transferring from one place to another place. So confidential about the data, integrity about the data, availability about the data. So who will access the data? The person who are authorized that can access the data. Who will update the data? The person who are authorized that can update the data in the form of integrity. Who will save the data from different malicious? The person who are authorized. So it means that in these three important security goals, our purpose is to secure your data by the other person or malicious, by the third person or by the authorized user. So I am going to discuss about the confidentiality. Confidentiality is probably the most common aspect of information security. Generally, we are going to discuss about the aspect of the security. We need to protect our confidential information An organization need to be guard against those malicious actions that endanger the confidentiality of its information. Those malicious which are harmful for your system, our target is to guard that malicious which will not affect your system or affect your data. So that is called the confidentiality. Now what is the integrity? Integrity means information need to be changed constantly. The question is what type of information? Information means in terms of the password. So if you are going to change password time to time, then another person, they cannot access your password. Integrity means that changes need to be done only by the authorized entity or authorized person. So who will change the data? Who will change the password? Only authorized person, they can change the password or change the data time to time, so that the other cannot access, other cannot manipulate, other cannot update. So only authorized person can do the whole things on the system. What is the availability? The information created and stored by an organization need to be available to authorized entity. It means that if any organization are creating the data, creating the information, and that is available on a particular system, so who will access that information? Who will transfer that information? Who will work on that information? Only authorized entity or authorized person, they can update, they can access, they can send. Only that person can do the everything. No other person can do anything, because other person maybe change your record, your data, maybe delete the information, maybe update the system. So that is the harmful for organization, that can be happen. What are the attacks basically? So now I am going to discuss about the attacks. Attack means we are attack on system, we are attack on confidentiality, we are attack on availability, we are attack on integrity. So attack are divided into four important category. The three goals of security is the confidential. You know very well what are the security goals. So first is the confidentiality. If you are accessing information and that can be not secured by the organization, it means that you are breaking the confidentiality. If you are breaking the integrity, means you are hacking the password. If you are breaking the availability, means you are accessing the data or information which are created by the organization. So if you are going to attack on three important security goals, then definitely you are destroying the organization from that from their initial state. So these are the attacks basically we will generally discuss. Attack on confidentiality. So first attack is called the confidential attack, confidentiality attack on the system. Next attack is called the integrity attack. So integrity means, you know very well, integrity means you are changing the data time to time so that another person cannot access the system. If you are attack on the integrity, it means that you are hacking the password. If you are hacking the password, definitely you are accessing the system and you can destroy the system, you destroy the organization from that particular record. Now move for the next one is the attacks on availability. If you are attacking on availability, means you are attacking on the created data which are created by the organization. And last one is the passive versus active attack. So there are two different types of attack, that is passive attack and versus active attack, and we will compare on these two attacks. So what is the security attacks basically? So in this diagram, it is very clearly mentioned that security attacks are divided into three main categories as per the security goals. So first attack is called the spoofing. Second is traffic analysis. So these two types of attacks basically cover in the confidentiality attack. If you're going to discuss about the integrity attack, so which type of attacks which generally occur in integrity? So the first attack is the modification. Modification is, you can say, you are modifying the password, you are modifying the system. So that type of attack is called the integrity attack. And replaying, reputation. So these are the 4 important points which are covered in the integrity attack. So if you are going to attack on integrity, so you are going to attack on these 4 categories. If you are going to attack on the availability, then you are going to discuss about the denial of services. So availability means the data is created by the organization and you are going to attack on that information or data which are stored on a system. So you are thefting the particular information. So attack threatening confidentiality. So I am going to discuss about one by one. So what is snooping? So snooping refers to unauthorized access to or interception of data. Unauthorized access means unauthorized person who are accessing the system or thefting the data. Now what is the traffic analysis? Traffic analysis refers to obtaining some other types of information by monitoring online traffic. So traffic analysis, simply you can say that they are online monitoring the traffic. On that they are attacking. On that they are attacking. So traffic analysis refer to obtaining some other types of information by monitoring online traffic. So this type of attack is on traffic attack by traffic analysis. Now next one is the modification. The word modification means modifying the information. So information means kya? Modification means that attacker intercepts the message and changes it. Attacker, they are attacking on the system, they are changes the message or changes the password, changes any types of information that can be modified by the attacker. What are the spoofing? So basically spoofing happens when the attackers impersonate somebody else. So this type of called the spoofing. What about the replaying? Replaying means the attacker obtain a copy of message sent by a user and later tries to replay it. So that is called the replaying. It means that if you are going to send a message and they are copying that message, that is called the replaying. And last one is the repudiation, means that sender of the message might later deny that she has sent the message. The receiver of the message might later deny that he has received the message. That is called the repudiation. So these type of attacks are called the integrity attack. Now last one is the availability attack, that is called the denial of services. So denial of services is a very common attack. It may slow down or totally interrupt the service of system. So when denial of service attack will happen on a system, your system is going to slow down, or you can say your system is going to hang. That is called the denial of service attack. So generally this type of attack will happen on a server system, maybe a daily use system that can be happened by the internet. So this is called the denial of service attack, and which will attack on availability. So there are some example of security requirement. So you know very well what is the security goals, what is security attacks. So now I am going to discuss about the confidentiality. Confidentiality means student grades. So if you are going to know about the confidentiality on the student grades, if the students are getting their grades, because there are n number of students, they are getting the grades on different subjects, so you are confidential about their results. What about the integrity? Integrity means patient information. Like AIMS, New Delhi, there are, which was a type of attack which was happened in the last few months. That type of attacks, they hack the patient information. That is called the integrity. So integrity means if you are going to change time to time the password, then you will save your system by the passive attack, or you can say integrity type of attack. So this type of attack generally occur on the patient information. What about the availability? Availability means authentication services. Authentication services where a server have the data set, or you can say server have the information, and someone want to attack on that server system. They are attacking on the whole data or whole information which are saved in the server system, and if they attack on the system, they are attacking the services of that server. So that type of attack is called the availability. So authenticity means admission ticket. Authenticity means admission ticket, and non-reputation means stock sale or order. So these are the two examples of the security requirements. How you will handle the attack? The question is that if you are going to face the different types of attacks, then how you will handle that attack? The first one is the passive attack, and second is the active attack. So how passive attack will occur, and how you will save that system by passive attack? So you will focus on prevention. So which type of prevention you will follow? Easy to stop, and second is the hard to detect. Easy to stop means if you are facing any challenge or any problem, so simply you will stop the system. If you are detecting the system, then you will stop your system. It means that passive attack is a type of attack where you are not going to expand the attack which have occurred in your system. You just stop the system. What about the active attack? Focus on detection and recovery. Detection and recovery means the attack are detected in your system, then how you will recover that system. How you will recover the system at the same time. So that is called the active attack. For example, you are doing a transaction, and at the same time there is an attack. Then how you will save your system by the attack at the runtime or same time? So it can be divided into two categories, that is hard to stop, easy to detect. So recovery means by detecting the attack, and after that you are recovering the system. That is called the active attack. So here are differences between the active attack and passive attack. Active attack, passive attack, and threatening. So attack means what? Attack is type of snooping and traffic analysis. So this is the two type of attack. That is, first one is the snooping and traffic analysis. This type of attack is called the passive attack. And where it will affect? They will affect on the confidentiality. Now I am going to discuss about the modification, masquerading, replaying, repudiation. So this type of attack is called the active attack, and they concern about the integrity. They concern about your information which are generally you are going to change time to time. Last one is the denial of services. So this type of attack is called the active attack, and where it will affect? They will affect on the availability. So this type of attack is called the active attack. They will affect on the availability. So what are the major differences between active and passive attack? So the major difference between active and passive attack is that in active attack, the attacker intercepts the connections and modifies the information. So very important difference is there. The major difference between active and passive attack is that active attack, the attacker intercepts the connection and modify the information at the same time. Whereas In a passive attack, the attacker intercepts the transit information with the intention of the reading and analyzing the information, not for altering it. That is called the passive attack. So these type of attack basically occur in your system and break down your confidentiality, integrity and availability. Thank you.